to go across to France 24's Bénédicte Paviot standing by outside number 10 Downing Street. Bénédicte, as the Prime Minister was speaking, we had protesters booing what he had to say.
Yes, I mean, that in itself is not surprising. I am in Downing Street and have been for the last several hours. I don't know how many people are outside, but clearly this is some people outside with, by the way, loudspeakers, booming music, because this is the land of freedom of speech. So we get this surreal situation where you've got the UK press, the international press, and let's remember, yet another Prime Minister biting the dust after Brexit. You know, I was here when David Cameron made his resignation speech. I was here when Theresa May was pushed out as well. And now we have Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson, who, that is a historic and very painful moment, which he acknowledged himself. This is a man who was so combative at PMQ's Prime Minister's Questions yesterday, where he faced really a grilling and really strong questions and calls for him to stand down, not just from the opposition benches, Labour, Scottish National Party, Liberal Democrats, but also from his own benches. Then a 2+ hour grilling from senior MPs, ending on integrity in politics and being asked, do you think you're going to be Prime Minister by tomorrow? He answered, of course. Well, it turns out he's Prime Minister, but he's a caretaker Prime Minister, and he's trying to cling on till the autumn. But the battle is very real. Parliament is still in session till the 22nd of July, and a majority of Conservative MPs do not want Boris Johnson a moment longer as caretaker Prime Minister, and he's only resigned as Tory leader. And that is not good enough. They want somebody to stop the damage that he's been doing to himself, that he's been doing, they believe, to the Conservative Party and its future prospects. So all kinds of names are being touted around, and we know that the opposition Labour Party want to call a vote of no confidence. But the fact of the matter is, really, the mood is that he should go now. Interesting, when he was talking about he tried to persuade people that it was eccentric to get rid of a leader, and came back on some of the things that he'd accomplished. And of course, when he talks about the biggest majority that he obtained when he was leading the Tory party into battle into that election, he didn't mention her. But it was Margaret Thatcher who had a big majority, and that's what he was referring to. And he likes to see himself in these Churchillian Thatcherism kind of times, and that is why this is so very painful for him. But what comes back again and again in resignation letters from now 54 or more government positions is the problem with his leadership, the problem with his relationship with the truth, which is a polite way of saying that he lies. And this is a man who was able to really do that campaign. He was a good campaigner to deliver the campaign of Brexit and the win against, let's remember, the polls did not predict that Brexit would win. But this is a man who's being recognised amongst his own allies as not a man with a plan for government.
Bénédicte, thank you very much for the update. Bénédicte Paviot reporting there from number 10 Downing Street.